Well, look at this for an absolutely stunning spot. I'm on a beach near Port Salon in County Donegal, looking out towards, I think it's Dunree Head, and these waves are just rolling in. I got the 7200 on, got the high-speed burst mode on, and I'm taking a couple of shots, bursts of shots, just trying to capture that one image where the wave is highlighted against the head in the background. Absolutely beautiful light, absolutely stunning. Turn. Lovely. Nothing too technically challenging here. It's basically high burst mode and firing that shutter as the waves roll. We've got the 7200mm lens on. Ideally, I'd like a more reach, a 300 or 400mm lens. So what I'll probably end up doing is cropping this into like a panoramic image just to exclude some of the waves in at the front of the scene here. But either way, absolutely stunning. I'm looking at these surfers out there, making me cold. Right, going to capture one or two images here, and we'll get going. Oh, gorgeous! Gorgeous! I'm not too sure how that went. The waves are quite messy. I really need the wind to come off the land to hold the waves up a bit more. Either way, great to just get out with the camera and take a few snaps. But hopeful I get one or two. And now I'm gonna head back up, get some soup. And there's a lighthouse around here that I want to go and photograph this evening, so make my way there. So I'm down at the much photographed Fanad Lighthouse in County Donegal. Absolutely, truly is one of the most spectacular headlands in all of Ireland. If you ever get a chance to come over here and check it out, do. Really contrasted at the moment, so what I'm doing is I'm down checking out compositions for later on when that sun drops a little bit more. Sea is quite swirling quite a bit at the moment, but then a lot of flotsam in the foreground sea that I just want to exclude completely. So I'm going to look for compositions that make use of these beautiful rocks and the cracks and textures and the lines and form in them, looking back towards the lighthouse and the distant headlands. Going to spend maybe an hour or two here looking at compositions. The last light is around 4, so fingers crossed I get a composition that really, really works. Light is absolutely stunning. Beautiful light, really illuminating these rocks and the lichen on top of them, really making it glow, really popping. Gorgeous textures. Really, it's got a 3D feel to it. As I say, I'm focused on the rocks in the foreground, taking my exposure, then focus on the midground, taking my exposure, and I blend them again later on in Photoshop. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Tide has turned. The waves are starting to pan in more on the rocks at the base of the lighthouse. Really, still really contrasting. That sun is causing mayhem. I'm having to shade my lens as they make the exposures. The picture itself is a bit touristy. Really want those light levels to drop. Maybe the light of the lighthouse to come on. Maybe some beautiful colours in the sky to make it really sing. Either way, gorgeous to be out, and it's so mild for the 3rd of December. Here comes a roller. So I'll talk you through the composition now. I'm making use, got the lighthouse coming on the right hand side, leaving a bit of breathing room there on the right in case I need a crop or straighten my horizon. And then as those waves roll in, I'm taking my images. Oh, wow. Stunning. All too easy to be seduced by this location. I've spent some time walking around the headland, but I think I'm going back to the composition I originally selected. There's something better that I like. But what I really need to be careful of is using this wide angle lens and this such a big wide foreground, is the lighthouse is kind of tilting to the left and the right too much. So I'm just getting my placement of that tripod right, just to make sure the lighthouse doesn't look like it's going to fall down into the sea or behind. But oh my God, the conditions are stunning. It really is a beautiful location. I spent the last 20 minutes doing nothing but listening to the sea, watching the waves, hypnotic. But as I came back to reality, I'm looking at the composition with fresh eyes and going, this doesn't work. The light which had been illuminating those textures and shapes is gone, and that flotsam in the midground is getting bigger, so I'm kind of worried that it's going to ruin the picture. I hate flotsam on the sea. I've kind of moved to the left and raised the camera up a bit, making use of the lichen covered rocks here. There's more textures, more shapes, and there's more layers rolling down into the sea. So I'm going to try a few frames here, sit around till sunset, which has been a narrow way, and we'll see how that goes. Either way, beautiful place, hypnotic. Oh, she's getting cold. It's absolutely freezing all of a sudden. About, let me see, 30, 40 minutes to sunset. I'm going to stick around. Composition, I'm two minds about it. I really need to see it in the big screen, see if it works. But ultimately, I'm here photographing a lighthouse, and what does it really need? A light. So I'm going to stick around, wait for the light on the lighthouse to come on, and take one or two images here. I got a grad on at the moment just to keep some detail in the sky. Some of the highlights in the background are a bit been blown out, and I'm probably messing around with an ND grad just to slow the shutter speed down a bit as well, and hopefully break up some of that. Hopefully the movement in the ocean will break up some of that flotsam out there, which I absolutely hate. So we'll see how it goes. But ultimately, this has been a really great day out. Weather's going to change in the coming days. Big swell due in midweek. Not a chance in hell I'd be standing here come Wednesday. I'd be soaked. But in the meantime, we sit and wait for last light and first light of the lighthouse.